The arena was a ticking time bomb. The fans were on edge, sensing the tension that had been brewing all night on WWE Raw. Bron Breakker had been a force, dominating opponents with raw power and athleticism, but tonight, he had crossed a line that no one, not the fans, not Adam Pearce, and certainly not Triple H, would forgive. It all started during a seemingly routine segment. Adam Pearce was addressing the WWE Universe from the center of the ring, delivering a promo about authority, discipline, and maintaining order backstage. Bron Breakker, towering and restless, loomed near the entrance ramp. His eyes were sharp, burning with intensity. Something had snapped inside him, and the arena could feel it. As Pearce's voice boomed through the arena, warning superstars about conduct and consequences, Bron's patience finally ran out. The camera caught it, that instant spark of chaos in his eyes. Fans leaned forward, sensing what was about to unfold. Before anyone could react, Bron charged. The crowd gasped. The impact of the spear on Adam Pearce was cataclysmic. Pearce went down like a tree in a hurricane, the sound echoing through the arena. The audience erupted in shock, half screaming, half booing. Some cheered, unable to believe what they had just witnessed. Others were horrified. The referees and security rushed the ring. Pearce was writhing on the canvas, the pain clear on his face. Bron stood tall, chest heaving, eyes wild, adrenaline surging through his veins. He had made his statement. No one controlled him. No one could tame him. And then, the lights dimmed backstage. A hush fell over the arena. The Titantron flickered, showing Triple H, the WWE coup, stepping into the frame. His expression was ice cold, jaw tight, eyes locked onto the chaos in the ring. Bron Breakker, Triple H's voice cut through the arena like a blade, authoritative and unforgiving. What you just did is unacceptable. The crowd held its breath. Every fan knew what was coming. You've crossed the line, Triple H continued. You've attacked Adam Pearce, someone who has dedicated his life to this company, who has worked to maintain order, respect, and fairness. And for that, you are fired. The arena erupted. Fans screamed, some in disbelief, some in pure shock. The words, "You are fired," rang through the loudspeakers, echoing off the walls, shaking the very foundation of WWE Raw. Bron's face turned crimson with fury. He couldn't believe it. Fired? After the dominance, the athleticism, the statement he had just made? His eyes burned, wild and untamed, reflecting both rage and disbelief. Security approached, ready to escort him from the arena, but Bron didn't move. He was a human storm, powerful, untouchable, yet suddenly, all that strength was challenged by authority. He grabbed a microphone, voice booming across the arena. You can fire me, Triple H, but you will never stop me. I'm Bron Breakker. I fight, I dominate, and I'll always rise. The crowd exploded. Some cheered, rallying behind the unstoppable force of Bron Breakker. Others booed, still processing the shocking decision. The social media frenzy began instantly. Clips of the spear, Triple H's firing, Bron's speech, all going viral within seconds. Backstage, WWE Creative was in meltdown mode. Producers, writers, and agents scrambled to control the narrative. The storyline had shifted dramatically in seconds. A planned segment had transformed into one of the most shocking moments of the year. Paul Heyman, observing from the sidelines, smirked slightly. This, he whispered, is chaos incarnate. And chaos sells. Meanwhile, Braun, still in the ring, was wrestling with a storm of emotions. He had made his statement, but the cost was staggering. His WWE career, at least temporarily, was over. The audience, live and online, were torn, love for his talent clashing with outrage at his actions. Triple H's image continued to dominate the Titantron, silent now, watching Braun's defiance with measured intensity. Every second added to the tension. Every heartbeat in the arena felt synchronized with the drama unfolding. The commentators, Michael Cole and Corey Graves, struggled to maintain composure. Cole's voice trembled slightly. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what to say. Bron Breakker, fired on WWE Raw, after attacking Adam Pearce. This is unprecedented. Graves added, gravely, this is chaos. WWE's authority has spoken, but Braun, he's a force of nature. And I don't think we've seen the last of him. Backstage, Braun's locker room was buzzing. Fellow wrestlers whispered, some angry, some in awe. The implications were enormous: storylines rewritten, rivalries exploding, and a superstar's career hanging in the balance. Braun's mind raced. Fired? He wasn't done. He wouldn't allow his story to end like this. He had to rise. He had to fight. And deep down, he knew this wasn't just a setback, it was the spark for something bigger. Paul Heyman's voice cut through the tension again, quieter this time, almost a whisper of strategy. Braun, being fired doesn't mean the end. It means the beginning of a new chapter, one they'll never forget. Braun clenched his fists. Rage, determination, and ambition converged inside him. He knew one thing for certain: WWE would never see him the same way again. The crowd's roar faded into a tense silence, leaving only the weight of Triple H's words, Braun's defiance, and the undeniable chaos that had erupted on WWE Raw. The universe had witnessed the unimaginable: a superstar firing, authority challenged, and a storm that was only just beginning. Backstage, the atmosphere was electric, the kind of electric that makes the air almost painful to breathe. Braun Breaker stormed through the corridors, muscles tense, jaw clenched, eyes burning like wildfire. Every step echoed the fury and disbelief that still roared inside him. The firing by Triple H wasn't just a shock, it was a challenge, a personal affront, a declaration that authority dared to stand against him. Crew members and fellow wrestlers watched nervously as he passed, knowing better than to interfere. Some whispered, some reached for phones, capturing the raw emotion of the moment. Every camera lens and smartphone became a witness to Braun's storm. In the locker room, he paused, gripping a locker for support. Sweat dripped down his face, heart pounding. He replayed the scene in his mind: the spear, Pearce hitting the mat, Triple H's words cutting through the arena like a guillotine. "This isn't over," Braun muttered to himself, voice low but deadly. "Not tonight. Not tomorrow. Not ever." Meanwhile, WWE Creative was in full-scale meltdown mode. Emails flew like missiles. Storyboards were shredded, rewritten, and shredded again. Producers argued on phone lines, some pacing, some slamming hands against desks in frustration. The firing wasn't in the script, not officially yet. It had already gone live, and the ripple effect was enormous. "Do we cancel his upcoming matches?" one producer shouted. "Do we rewrite the Survivor Series card?" another countered. "This could derail months of storyline planning," someone else yelled. Vince McMahon, briefed in real time, slammed his office door, phone pressed to his ear. Red-faced, veins throbbing, he demanded, "How did this happen? How does one superstar take out a WWE official and get fired live without the rest of the roster spiraling into chaos?" Paul Heyman, quietly observing the storm, leaned toward a producer and whispered, "When the narrative becomes real, that's when WWE thrives. Braun's firing isn't just chaos, it's opportunity." Braun, meanwhile, gathered his thoughts. He knew one thing: walking away quietly was never an option. The fans had seen him at his breaking point, they had seen him dominate, and they had witnessed authority fail to contain him. His phone buzzed incessantly: tweets, texts, DMS, and messages from other superstars. Some warned him, some cheered him on, some tried to advise strategy. But Braun ignored it all, focusing on one thing: making his next move unforgettable. He remembered the words of Triple H, still ringing in his ears: "You are fired." Fired. The word burned, ignited a fire in him. It was more than authority. It was a challenge, a gauntlet thrown down, a statement that would define his career if he allowed it to. Braun clenched his fists. "They think this is the end," he muttered. "They have no idea what I'm capable of." Back in the arena, the crowd hadn't calmed. Clips of the spear, the chaos, and Triple H's firing announcement replayed on the Titantron. Social media exploded. #Braun you are fired, #Raw Chaos, #Triple H fires Breaker trending worldwide. Fans debated endlessly: was Braun reckless? Did he deserve it? Or was WWE's authority too rigid, too controlling, too afraid of a rising force? Commentators Michael Cole and Corey Graves tried to narrate the chaos, voices tight with excitement and disbelief. Cole: "Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know where to start. Braun Breaker, fired live on WWE Raw, after spearing Adam Pearce. This is unprecedented." Graves: "You can feel the tension. You can see it in the locker room. WWE has never witnessed anything like this. And the fallout, it's just beginning." Backstage, Braun wasn't alone. Other wrestlers whispered, some in awe, some in fear. This was more than a physical act, it was a statement of defiance, of domination, of raw ambition. And the WWE Universe could feel it, whether they cheered or condemned it. Braun paced, eyes blazing. Every second, every heartbeat, reinforced one truth: this wasn't just about being fired. It was about staking his claim, making history, and proving that authority could not contain him. Paul Heyman's voice broke through again, calm, strategic, almost prophetic. "Braun, your firing isn't the end. It's the beginning of something bigger. Something no one saw coming." Braun's jaw tightened. He exhaled sharply, muscles tensing. The arena lights, the chaos, the social media frenzy, the commentary, all were background noise compared to the storm inside him. He clenched his fists, eyes burning, and muttered under his breath, "Triple H thinks he's won. He's wrong. WWE hasn't seen the last of Braun Breaker. And when I rise again, they'll remember this moment forever." The scene ended with Braun standing in the empty corridor backstage, the chaos of Raw echoing around him. The Titantron continued to replay the spear, the firing, the defiance. Fans at home watched, live and online, captivated. WWE Creative scrambled, unsure how to capitalize on the raw emotion and unexpected turn of events. The universe had witnessed something unprecedented: a rising superstar fired, authority challenged, chaos unleashed, and the promise that the story was far from over. The storm had only just begun.